Ever since we went to Italy for our study abroad program in 2017, my best friend Darren and I have been thinking about having a Italy reunion. And somehow he managed to convince me to finally buy a ticket and go to Italy. Italy was so pivotal for us during that time because it gave us freedom to figure out who we were in a place where no one knew us, and I also learned how valuable independence was to me. We also became really close friends on this trip, so that's also pretty important too, I guess. We're going to Italy. We're going to Italy!
It doesn't look like it has that many floors, so...
Okay.
Actually, no, it goes with a bit of early.
We are in Italy. I'm tired. After we settled into the Airbnb and took a little bit of a break, we headed back out. I really wanted to go to a Tim's store, which is their main mobile stores in Italy, that would accept my SIM card application, but the place we visited said that they couldn't. So without any luck, I ended up being stuck with Darren, and he wanted to visit every single church that crossed our path, so I just obediently followed along.
So for this order, there's two types of them. One is this Cosme and they wear sandals. And so like they're like friars, and then these are Carmelite monks, I think. I don't know.
A nap does wonders for the body.
No, I need a nap.
We're gonna go to dinner now.
She slept and I didn't sleep at all.
So pretty.
Buonasera.
Prego.
This is a meat restaurant. And also we have a nice fresh fish if you like.
Can I get the risotto with seafood?
With seafood, benissimo. And for you, lady?
Can I get the tortellini alla crema?
Tortellina crema, benissimo.
This
is not good lighting.
It's not. By the end of the first day, I think we went to a total of 6 churches, and I recommend going into a few because my favorite part about looking at each and every church is that they are unique in their own way. They have like certain things, like design elements that they only have in specific churches. Like some are more heavily focused on having everything be in gold foil, or some are more like marble heavy. I like to look at the little details of like the metal gates or the little lampshades and like the little decorative paintings that they paint around to frame the more massive and prominent pieces in there. It was cool because I was also able to see some mosaics, which if you look at them like really up close, they're really, really beautiful. The way they choose stones to kind of blend colors together is bizarre and amazing. Even the patterns on the floor with the tiling, everything, like all the details are just like so worth looking closely at and just like staring at for a long time. Kind of excited.
She's so brave, she's well behaved, she is not afraid.
It's 7:33 a.m. and we can't sleep anymore. So we're gonna go outside and walk around. Maybe get some food, because I'm hungry. I really enjoyed the mornings, especially because of jet lag. We got up even earlier than what we were used to, and there's something about stomping around Rome early in the morning while everyone else is just getting up and it just feels like time has stopped and you can kind of just explore without this pressure of other people being around. Also, when we went in September, it was still a little bit hot, and mixed with like humidity, the afternoons were kind of unbearable to walk in. Like, we still walked around, but we were just caked in a layer of sweat at all times. So the morning was definitely the best time to just walk around.
I remember you. Cappuccino first or Maramo?
Can I get the cafe latte and the cornetto to go?
Okay. Cappuccino, miss. Grazie. El caffè latte. Enjoy your meal.
Photo.
So American.
Sit down. Sit up, down.
Yeah. Can I drink my coffee now? We did a little outfit change.
Why are you not showing me? Like, my outfit's cuter than yours.
Oh my god, you're so mean.
I'm pretty sure by the second day, like by the end of it, we probably visited almost 15 churches, and I was increasingly getting more and more sick of visiting churches. And don't get me wrong, they are beautiful, but I feel like when I do things in excess, like even if this was like a gallery or like multiple museums, I start getting like museum, gallery, church fatigue, because then everything starts blending in together for me and it just doesn't feel as enjoyable anymore. But I try to continue and look for little things that I enjoyed in each of them.
It's like a Roman Catholic pasta. It's like covered in cheese. Okay, let's go. I want to avoid all the people.
We headed to St. Peter's Basilica early in the morning on the third day because we were awake anyway, so we thought we might as well go early, and that was probably the best decision we made on this trip because we had tickets to go into the Vatican Museum for later in the day, and we just thought like, oh, we might as well skip the crowd. It was really nice because there were a few people already like waiting in line to go in, but compared to like a few hours later, there was a lot of people waiting in line at around like 10 a.m. It was nice just like standing by all of the marble statues and like doing sketches of them. It was one of the most massive buildings I've ever been in. I highly recommend if you've never gone to St. Peter's Basilica. And that leads me to the sponsor of this video, which is Squarespace. With Squarespace's beautifully designed templates and easy to use interface, I feel like making a website, doesn't take that much time on there because of how easy it is, B, it'll look so professional for whoever you're showing it off to, and C, you can also do e-commerce things on there. My favorite thing about Squarespace is how I'm able to customize every single page to match a different need. Well, I have a links in bio page, I have a page for my secret Patreon shop that I can password protect. I also use it as my portfolio. I use it as a little play area to put all my fun artwork. I also link it to my wholesale catalog. Everything that I want is all in one space. If you like to check out Squarespace, you can go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you want to check out, you can use my code AppleCheeks for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Hello, I just woke up from a nap. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how my jet lag is going, because my current routine is I think I'll wake up at around 5 or 6 a.m. and then I will just be awake. But then I'll end up taking a nap for an hour or two in the afternoon, wake up, and then go out again. And then I think I sleep around 11 or 12. So it's kind of a good routine. I don't know, but I'm really tired. This one nap really took me out. My first Italian laundry. I finally got data today. I went the first 2.5 days without data. I'm hoping I can get a lot more sketching done, especially when I'm going out. I got a little bit done today and yesterday because I finally decided to crack this open. I got this Lecterm sketchbook. I don't know how I feel about it. I got this one because I wasn't able to get a Moleskine one last minute, and so this is supposed to be a dupe of that. I'm collecting little things, I'm doing little doodles. I also drew this piece. And today we went to the Vatican. I did make some drawings while I was in there, and that was really fun. I haven't just done on-site sketching in so long, and I forgot how much I enjoyed it. I got a lot of bug bites. Let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's one right here at 9, and they're really itchy. I can't tell if this smells clean. Darren and I have different interests in what we want to do, so I walked to a library and I want to get some sketches done in there. Okay, here's the rundown of what happened. I tried to go to the Biblioteca, and apparently I needed to log in, but also my data wasn't strong enough for me to log in. And then once I opened the website, it said I needed a card, which I also do not have a library card. And so the guy was very sassy, fine, you can guest sign in for now, but I had to put my stuff into a locker, and you need €1 to lock your stuff in the locker, and I only had €2, which did not fit. And so this guy just got more and more aggravated with me the whole time and started to sass me more and more, and I got so flustered that I just left. So I don't think I'm gonna go to a library today, but I found this instead, and I think it's pretty cool. So by this time, I finally got my SIM card and I can finally roam around and do the things that I wanted to do. And so I planned a little solo outing to the Borghese Gardens. It's actually very big and it's very nice to just wander around and get lost in there. It was a perfectly cloudy day and there was a lake full of many types of different birds. And I actually saw a painting literally of a scene of just like all the different types of like ducks and birds, like all standing on this dirt ground in front of water. And it was literally like I captured this scene. I didn't take a photo of the painting, but it was interesting to see how art imitates life. And even though this painting was from hundreds of years ago, I can see it in front of me in real time. It's so beautiful here. I'm planning on going to the Modern Art Gallery later, but for now I'm just kind of like exploring. One of my goals for today was actually to find one of those like really big broccoli looking trees and to sit under it and sketch, but also it looks like it's gonna start raining soon, so I don't know how likely that is. Let's go find the biggest broccoli tree. I don't want to sit under the big broccoli tree anymore. I headed towards the Galleria Nazionale di Arte Moderna. It is a contemporary art gallery museum, and I feel like I liked at least like 70% of the work inside of the gallery, so that was kind of surprising because usually I mainly can only see like 20% of things that I like. I'm taking a break in this little like courtyard area. I think I'm halfway through this museum. It's so beautiful. I feel like I'm more of like a contemporary and also like portraiture type of person. I think I find it a lot more interesting. I did some sketches and I took some notes. Yeah, my legs are getting tired. My shins are very sore. I think I've been walking around 10 to 12 miles a day, so I feel very fit. I might do some doodles while I'm out here and then finish the museum and then get some lunch, and it's gonna be great. Even though it's kind of scary walking around alone, I think I've gotten used to it. Like there's usually always people around, so it's not that terrifying. And at night, I forgot to film it, but I brought myself on a little fancy date and the waiter gave me free champagne, and also I tried like this melon pasta that was very delicious, and I also got a tiramisu, and it was a very, very fun way to end my solo day out. Our second Airbnb is so much bigger and so much cuter than the first one. Let me show you. So you walk in. This one's gonna be my bedroom. So spacious. And then there's this little window that looks into the other side. A whole living room and a kitchen. And then the second bedroom. This is Darren's, and it literally looks down. How do I open this? I feel like stepping into Florence felt like a breath of fresh air for me, like more so than when we got off the plane and got to Rome. I feel like Rome to me felt a little bit too suffocating. It wasn't my vibe as much. And when I was in Florence, I felt alive. Like I felt like I had so much energy. I think I blacked out for the past 2 hours because I just spent a lot of money. I don't know what happened, but there's a lot of art stores here and I just kept picking stuff up and I didn't put it back down. Okay, so the first place I went to was Fabriano and I bought 2 notebooks. An online mutual friend recommended Zeki to me. Everyone there is super friendly. There's like 4 artist gentlemen just lined up at the cashier register and they're just so helpful. Like I was looking at watercolors and I was trying to figure out like, I wonder what the watercolor looks on paper. And then the gentleman walked over and just handed me like a whole pamphlet full of like the swatches and stuff. The first thing I bought was this Fabriano Classic Artist Journal. It's ideal for ink, pencil, charcoal, pastels, as well for your every intellectual whim. And then I got some Sennelier pastels. So the Sennelier pastels here were so cheap. I think they're like €2.50. So I got these colors. Also always wanted to try some Schminky watercolors. So I got these 2 colors. And they also had their own brand of handmade paints there. I got 2 different greens. One is more bluish and one is more yellow green. And then the last place I went to was called Manzani. I got a green Pentel sign pen. I also got this Koh-i-Noor, but it's like one of those really thick tip pencils. And what's cool about it is the back comes off and then you can sharpen the tip of the pencil. The owner showed me you could dump out the graphite from the sharpened like leftovers and then you can rub it into the paper and use it that way. Whoa, why is it twisting? What else can you do?
It's kind of hard to capture.
The next day we headed to the Uffizi, which I've been to before, and the first time I was very overwhelmed by how much art was in there, and the second time I also felt that way. So I try to just like focus on the pieces that I really enjoyed. Personally, I really loved the later half of the Uffizi, like the part with all of the portraiture and like the still life paintings. You know how we have like those internet challenges right now, kind of like draw this in your style, those type of challenges. I find it really funny that there was a whole section where the painters would paint a self-portrait of themselves with one of their own paintings in the background with their self-portrait, and that was a challenge that they did back then. It was just so funny to see all of the different ones they had.
I love the flowers.
Cool, huh? Last day in Florence. I really wanted to check out some of the local markets, but I knew that they're usually landing on Sundays and sometimes they only have it once a month, but there just so happened to be one going on, and this one was the Santo Spirito market, and we had to cross the Ponte Vecchio to get to that one. I got some fun stuff from the flea market. I was surprised because there wasn't as much, I guess, like vintage goods as I expected there to be, but then there was this one stall that was selling a bunch of like different brass objects. I spent like so long just like digging through the piles. So I just moved in with my friend, and the previous tenants left like a keyring holder there and we didn't really like it. And so I thought this would be like so functional, and it's so cute. It's just like a row of ducks. And I also like found this hook, and it comes with like this plate. I think this goes against the wall. I'm so proud of myself for being brave and asking, oh, can I have a discount? And he only gave me €1 off, but you know what? A win is a win. And I also got like these little pearl earrings from this grandma that was selling them.
I love her outfits. Oh my god. Am I being creepy?
Like, I know why he did that.
We just got to Modena. I have a bed, a painting, little TV and closet. Oh. My bathroom. Modena is the place that we studied abroad around like 6, almost 7 years ago. So. First meal in Modena. We had this 6 years ago.
I know. Some things never change.
It's so good. The first time we ever went to Modena, our first meal there was actually something called gnocco fritto, and it is like these warm, pillowy breads with jars of lard, parmesan, and jam, and a spread of salami, hams, and prosciutto. And it's literally like the best thing I've ever had in Italy, besides like the stews and stuff. I really love this meal. Modena was a very sharp contrast between the hustle and bustle of tourists in Rome and Florence to the calm, like heavily focused on slow living and community lifestyle. Our study abroad trip was actually in Modena, and it was for a whole month straight, so it literally felt like we were coming home. Like everything felt so familiar, and it was wild to see that nothing has really changed.
Good? Good.
I recognize a lot of familiar faces here, like the lady that makes us sandwiches at Schiavoni. We always went there for sandwiches all the time during our study abroad, and all my friends would always use my name for the bill because we liked the way that she yelled out, Tiffany! And also the blonde guy that served us pizza at Uva di Oro, even the man at Cafe Cappuccino, and even Giorgio from La Vaquetta Grassa. I'm pretty sure we've talked to him before, like many years ago. It was very bittersweet, and I felt a wave of nostalgia the entire time we were there, and memories were just like flashing through my head, like at every corner. I dropped ice cream right along where this bridge was, not bridge, fence, and the ice cream stained the floor for the entirety of our stay in Modena. What if I start crying?
I'm gonna leave.
This road itself feels so familiar. It's so scary. I'm getting goosebumps.
Do you see the balcony?
I do see the balconies. We used to get Chinese food here. Should we go in?
No.
Why not? Oh my god, the guy's still there. I'm getting the feels. I'm getting the feels. There used to be a cappuccino place right outside of the park, and we would just get a cappuccino and then come here. You made me cry.
I'm so good at it. I'll wipe your tears, honey. You look pathetic.
Today is our last day in Italy. So yesterday afternoon, we were taking a nap. But when I woke up, I got a text from my friend. And he was like, our flight was canceled. Our flight just got canceled. And I was like, I just woke up and I don't know how to respond to this situation. I think there's a strike going on in the Italian airlines, and so we had two options. One was that he would fly out on the 3rd and I would fly out on the 1st, but I've never flown internationally, let alone like domestically by myself, and I was freaking out. Or we fly out a day earlier, September 28th, my birthday. So we decided to do that. And so we have one last day in Italy, which also means that we're not going to go to Bologna anymore. We're just going to take a taxi straight there to the airport. And we just wasted a lot of money on hotels. I thought to end this trip in a special way. I really wanted to take a class in Italy. Like, that was kind of the plan when I first got here, but I was a little too scared to book it ahead of time. And so yesterday I went to our favorite leather shop. It's called La Vaquetta Grassa. But yeah, I booked a class with him. We're gonna make a leather tortellini, and I'm so excited. And I have class in an hour, so I need to go get breakfast. I'm debating if I want to wear this there. I'm also very hungry. I need a cappuccino. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I want to just drink cappuccinos every day and eat pasta. Modena reminded me of the importance of having moments of il dolce far niente, which pretty much means like the sweetness of doing nothing. With everything back home being always about work and business and the grind and everything, I think it was very sweet to be able to live this little pocket of just like having days to be bored and having days to have nothing to do, where you can literally sit there and just think of creative thoughts, to enjoy the work and art created by other people, and to just do nothing, and to just hang out with your friends in the piazzas and to share a drink with someone. It's something that I admire a lot, and I hope that this is something I can bring back as a feeling, as a little souvenir, and to remind myself that sometimes I can just relax and chill. Throughout this trip, I can really see how all of the masters and their landscape paintings were really just inspired by life. Like, you see the clouds that they painted, you see the trees they painted, the architecture, the lifestyle. And even though they were painted hundreds to thousands of years ago, I can feel the inspiration of what they were seeing, but now in the present instead.
I'm gonna go at 5, I'm gonna go to the cathedral.
Okay.
I'll go back now.
Bye. Ciao.
But are you alone or you're
Oh, it's just me.
just you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I
Is
thought
that
we
okay?
could make also with him the workshop.
Oh. Okay, he's gonna come.
Later we will come here also because we will use this machine. Our second home.
Wow. How many people usually work in here?
3 here.
3?
And then we work together with other partners, artisans, in around Modena. So total we are like 10.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a small company, it's not so big. Okay, this is your apron, if you want to wear it.
Oh my gosh. So cute.
This is a very important word in Italian, in Modenese slang. Res d'ora. In Modena, Bologna, this area of Emilia-Romagna, it's the most important person at home. Usually, tortellini makes the old woman and around the table, and they chat all the time about other people. It's it's normal.
I wish we had stuff like this in this.
We do. Well,
do we?
We make like dumplings. I guess like Chinese dumplings.
Yeah, yeah.
And we also sit around the table and gossip.
So you make pasta at home, or
Not pasta, but it's like dumplings.
dumpling is
It's kind of like tortellini, but then
but it's not
like,
pasta.
It's not pasta. It's like thinner. It's
See?
wow.
Cut the letter in this way. You can change the corner sometimes. On the top. Side and right side. One and two.
So right here. It looks like soup.
First I show you, then we do together again. It's not easy. You invented a new knot.
Yay.
Now, if you pull the cord here, they come together. You can pull a lot, and they are close. They are strong.
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
Sì, dai. Yeah, it's nice.
Ce ne saranno 10 tipo.
10 pictures, okay. Oh, yeah.
One will be okay.
Lo andiamo al forno alla derecha, creo que. Vamos a verlo, normalmente lo hacen bien.